Is the US dollar going to remain the world's reserve currency? Or are there, well, we know there are countries that are moving away from the US dollar, but will it remain the world's reserve currency? And what's your views on that situation?
It will for a time. All things end. I think we have a Federal Reserve chair that doesn't actually want the burden of the global reserve currency. I think he recognizes the trends that are in place. I think he recognizes that the political imperatives on Capitol Hill are designed to destroy the dollar as the world's reserve currency by sanctioning the world and raising the cost of using dollars. Well, why did the dollar take over the world? Because it was the cheapest and most convenient currency to do business in and to settle trade in. You raise that convenience premium and turn it into a convenience cost, everybody starts leaking away. They did this first with Iran by cutting them out of the SWIFT system. Then they did it to Russia, and they've done it in Venezuela and others. And, and they all survived. And once the world looks up and sees that financial nuclear weapons have been thrown at a country and that country is still standing, and there hasn't been a political revolution, and there hasn't been this, and there hasn't been that, despite the gaslighting to the opposite, they take notice. And then, they start forming alliances. They start getting funny ideas like, hey, maybe we can be independent of this system. Like the dollar reserve system, served the global economy well. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm a gold guy, at heart, but I recognize the fact that it served the world well for a while, but then it turned very predatory. One could argue that it was always predatory, but let's keep this conversation, within one standard deviation of the norm. It's now turned very predatory, and you can make your arguments as to why it's turned predatory, but it has. I think we have a Federal Reserve chair that understands this and fundamentally needs to change the role of the dollar, but that change is going to happen slowly. And I think he's got buy-in tacitly from the banking system in the US and some central bankers around the world on these plans. I think he's getting massive pushback from those who have set the process in motion to undermine the Fed, make it just one of many, and do away with commercial banking as a thing. Hi, I'm Tom Luongo, and you're watching Think Smart Education.